Good morning, good afternoon now, and welcome to the preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday. There's two jackpots, only very small. The bigger jackpot will be on Sunday at Sha Tin. The six sub jackpot we're ruled out of by virtue of unrace, so we're not concerned there. The TT, interesting three races. First race a little bit tough. Middle race not too bad, doesn't look too many chances, and the last is an interesting one with one or two out of the trials that could throw a bit of value in. We go to race one. Marble Plus has been working really well, and it's an older horse, but does run all its races here at this track. Drawn a Marble, 48.5 kilos, very dangerous weight for it. It's got a chance at a price. Number 5, All Times Lucky. Purton goes on it. Butcher Job last start, much better rider now. He's riding as good as he's ever ridden. He's obviously been pulled into line. He was shooting his mouth off a lot last year and complaining. This year he's been very quiet and a perfect gentleman. He's getting all the top rides and he's a mile in front of the premiership, and he's actually riding it and warranted. So it's going to be hard to beat. It's got no form, this horse, never run a place, but it's run some terrific runs just outside the place getters, including the last one. I wouldn't want to be taking less than 5 or 6 or 7 to 1 this, and it'll probably only be that price because he's gone onto it. But its real price is probably double figures, should be double figures, but we probably won't get that. Viva Guy, drawn barrier 2, should get a nice run on the speed. Runs all its good races here at the Valley. It's probably due to run a race at some stage. Of the rest, Easy Gold, Mega Castle, Super Team. 11 on top from 5, 4, 6, 10, 3 and 7. Race 2, same old culprits here over 1800. Billion Gains, drawn a Marble this time, probably get to the front a bit easier. It won't have to work anywhere near as hard as it has in the past where it drew wide. Expect it to go to the front. Doesn't appear to be anything that can go with it here, so it could get a very, very soft lead unless something goes nuts and goes and attacks for no reason, which has been happening a little bit up here lately. Dark Secret looks a danger, as does Starlit Warrior. Now, it was very badly ridden last start. Went forward and then he woke up that he was never going to get in. He ended up dragging it back to last and made a dash, and then that was the end of it. Yeah, it was. Chadwick goes onto it. This should ping out and take a trail behind Billion Gains. I think it's the danger for me. Chantilly will get back, as will Supreme Tycoon. So they'll be running on. Humongous, that old thief. It's drawn a Marble again, this thing. If we leave it out, it'll get up and win. If we go for it, it'll run last. It's been that type of horse to us for 3 years now. But it's got a chance on its last run. Callan goes on it, so that's a plus. Of the rest, probably Gold Fortune. 8 on top from 10, 7, 11. Chances to 6, 5, 9. Race 3, unraced, so we're out of that. We go to race 4, first leg of the TT. Doesn't look a lot of chances on paper. I've thrown 4 straight out as no hope. So it was just a matter of which one we go for as a banker or whether we go all ways. I think Dragon Pins on its trial. It's going to be very hard to beat from barrier 1. Now, it's an interesting stat up here. Barrier 1 at this distance hasn't won a race for about 2 years. So that's a little bit of a concern. And actually, I think I mentioned it last week in one of the previews. Barrier 1 has been murder in Hong Kong for all this season anyway, and part of last season. The amount of horses that draw this gate and miss the start, and then they've virtually got no hope. So that's the only thing. If it had drawn 3, 4 or 5, I'd declare it. I think it's the one to beat. It's going to ping out onto the speed where there isn't a lot of speed in this race, so it's going to get dictated by the slow tempo, so at least it'll be in the right place. I think it has to be the banker. Ever since it's gone to Gibson, it's gone much, much better. Mobile King, it'll get back and be running on as usual. Better allowance, didn't run the 2200 out. Much better suited here from barrier 3. This could be the leader. There's not a lot of speed here. They may give it the suck run. I'm 50-50 between it and Dragon Pins as an anchor. We may go both of them and double bank it, because it doesn't appear to be another chance. Excuse me. Owner's Glory, Able Magic, Malayan Pearl, they look the only other winning chances on a place line. Perhaps Naval Origin flying in, but that's basically it. 4, 2, 11, 8, 3, 5, 6 and 7. We go to the middle leg, 1,000-metre race. The Princess Trial, terrific. Track work's been exceptional. It looks cherry right to go. Purton on it, barrier 1. It'll ping out onto the speed. It can lead if he wants to, or it can take a trail. There's a bit of speed in this race. Bundle of Joy will come across, and so will Eastern Promise and Sight Believer. The 3 speed horses are drawn wide, so they're all going to come across together. He's got to hold up on the rail and make sure he gets the spot right behind the leader. He doesn't want to let 2 cross him and finish up 3 back the rails. If that happens, he's in trouble. But I think he'll hold up without too much trouble. Sight Believer going really well. Got a lovely pull in the weights on the top weight with 6 kilos. It's the danger. Super Fresh is the one at a bit of a price that could improve. He could ping it out with the 1, 2 or 3 of them coming across out wide. He should lob 1-1, and good chance at a price. So it's an interesting one. And off the rest, probably Rocket Let Win, Bundle of Joy, and maybe Tomodachi from barrier 2 could be able to hold up somewhere just behind the speed and fall into a place if these things go forward out wide and get trapped out there. Well, they'll drop off. He could fall into 3rd. But that's it. There doesn't appear to be any other chances in the race. 1 on top from 9. Chances to 2, 6, 4, 3 and 11. The last leg, this is the toughest leg. But not a lot of winning chances. Joy Together from barrier 3. Saborix goes on it. This is a big plus. It's had 3 goes of the distance, never missed a place. 2 goes of the track, never missed a place. Been running around in Sha Tin in better races than this. Should get a beautiful run on the speed here. Can lead if he wants to. Better if he takes a trail. I think the speed's going to come from Domineer. This missed a kick first up, and then he sooled it up and attacked for the front. Was still there with about 150 to go and gave it away late. It'll be well in the market, and it's a speed horse, as is Mighty Equius. Now, it's drawn wide. They're going to have to go forward. They've got no choice. If they go back, it's got no hope. So there's a bit of speed here. I can see the 4 Joy Together dropping in just behind them and just wait. Demon's drawn barrier 1. Don't know whether that's any good for it. It's never got any speed. But he'll have to angle out. It'll be coming home hard late like it normally does. Hasn't won a race up here yet, but has threatened about 4 or 5 times. Of the rest, excuse me, number 10, Delight Fortune. This is an interesting one. It's got no form. Pinged out in a barrier trial on the all-weather track recently and led all the way, gave nothing a chance. Probably going to be a big price in this, so we'll be including it. And Pearl Win, also a nice trial, but barrier 12, absolutely no favours out there. Could be struggling to get across, but probably have to put it in somewhere. 4 on top from 1, 2, 8, 9, 5 and 10. Probably the 6th, the only other one that's got any hope. Go to race 7. Doesn't look many chances in this. Got it down to 4 winning chances. 10 Step Faster. Drawn well. Going to sit right on the speed. He should angle it out coming into the straight. Probably going to be too strong for him. Attacks. It's going to go forward. It'll be the one that Step Faster will probably be stalking. They look the 2. Prolific Champions drawn a marble. Barrier 1. Even Mosse can't get this out 3 and 4 wide from there. So it's got to have some chance. He rode a couple of good races early, but now he's back to his usual self, slaughtering them out 3 and 4 wide. Don't know how they keep letting him ride here, but anyway, last year even the commentators were calling him 3 wide Mosse. Even in the calls they were saying, oh, as expected, out 3 wide, out 4 wide. He just does it all the time. Doesn't matter where they draw, he finds it out in the moving line. So for me, he's gone into the shitter basket. He doesn't want to be anywhere between runners. As long as he's out wide, he's happy. He can't get hurt out there. Never want to be taking short prices about him. For those of you that watched International Day, you saw what he did to Red Cadeau the other day. How far it should have won by, nobody will know. But he ran the whole 2400 out 4 and 5 wide and ran 4. So can't have this guy anymore. If you like backing horses with him riding it, good luck to you. Flying Smart. Goes all right, fresh. Goes good at this track. From barrier 5 with 55.5, it's got a chance. They look the 4 winning chances. But I think the best 2 chances are 10 and 3. Stepfaster Attacks. Flying Smart, prolific champion. 10, 3, 4, 5. Small chance to 2 and 1. One out of the trials. May need the run. Green Easy. Chased hard in a trial. Actually behind the thing in race 6, Delight Fortune, but it beat the rest out of sight. It was about 5 lengths back to the 3rd horse. So it's got good form in New Zealand, but it's never started here, and all its form's on rain affected going. So it might need the hit out, but it could be one at a massive price that might fluke running a place. In race 8, Trump, we went for this last start. Was a little bit unlucky. He got held up between runners. Then he got caught flat-footed trying to get it through. Ran on okay late. Barrier 4, Mosse. That's the downside. Regency King with Chadwick on it. This should ping to the front. If they leave it alone, it's going to be hard to run down. Jolly Fine. This has been working well. I think this can improve at a price. It was a bit unlucky at its last run. It got a knock at the wrong time and knocked it out of the race and come home late. And Spirit Soaring, same thing happened to it. It got bowled over at a critical stage. Now, it's a bit hard to catch this horse, but from barrier 2 with 52.5, if he gets it up onto the speed, might be interesting. The only other winning chance for me is Classic Jewelry, but it's drawn very bad. He's probably going to have to go back and ride it for luck. It's an interesting night, one of the better cards really this close to Christmas. Normally they drop away for a couple of weeks until New Year. We'll be playing the TT Jackpot. Probably at this stage we're probably looking at banker, double banker, banker, and then probably banker, banker, and double bank the last, something like that. We're a bit unlucky last week. We found all our bankers and we had one get a miracle run through the field to chop us out in 2nd spot, and it ended up jackpotting. We'd already got a fair share of the pot after the first leg. We got a decent result there, and then we also had a decent result in the last. We double banked something at 20 to 1 and it ran 2nd. We're getting close, but we've been close for a long time now. We just cannot get the luck just when we need it. I'm sure we're going to get it shortly. And once we get in front, then we'll give them something to think about. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you're playing during the week, good luck. We'll have a look at the weekend racing. I think it's Villiers Day on the weekend. Hopefully they'll have a big field for that. We'll probably play a pick 4 or something and see if we can bounce the Spring Attack group back into the black as well. Looking forward to a run between now and the end of January. So stick with us and don't get too despondent. It's a long, long, long way. We're not even a third of the way through the season yet, so long way to go. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and good luck.